We all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is...
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 30 base. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Check. Right up.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Look at me, zipper!
Man, I got you.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, check. Go.
2nd and 6.
Let's go, dude.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
58 to Mike.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now McKinnon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He completes this to Sutton. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Punching it in from a yard away. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. First carry for Royce Freeman, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Back to throw. Herbert. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Coming after you. Check, 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 check. Now.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go. Go.
2nd down, McKinnon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready to break.
Mike 5. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 5, Mike 5.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Go! 8 read.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
218, chopper. Hey, Delta.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Big river.
From the gun, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? 70, Indy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
I'm trying to collect. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
General West. Hey. High 7.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
1st down.
Ready, set.
52, right 52. So we got man.
Switch, go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The stop made by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
50 the mic. 50 the
Recon, 132 fighter.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Check. Hey, lock it.
Fresno.
Get it.
This is Breida.
Watch the twist. Check 4.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 14.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Rivers with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
the Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch QB drop.
Here's McKinnon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check the backer.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
50, plant. Hey, wahoo!
Win championships, baby.
Yes.
Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Hit it.
Back to throw. Herbert. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
70, Indy.
All right. Let's go.
Snap.
Now it's Breida. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
He's tired of us.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5. Hey. Mike 5.
Set, go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that'll wind up incomplete.
The first down.
Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
At the 46-yard line.
Set. 18, Gator.
Pick it up.
Ready.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
5.
Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch screen.
Hey, zoom. Rock it.
Check 52. Watch twist.
Hard. Big grip.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone, we got 4 down.
Hey, exit.
Kill.
A final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Minshew. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
50's the Mike.
Go.
50's the Mike. Record.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 43. Check 9.
Protein spill.
Mike 50. Exit.
5.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Rush in.
Pilot 64. Weak.
Watch twins.
Gone.
50. Check 50.
Leap rip.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
Mike 5. Rip left. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Shoot.
On first down, McKinnon again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here I come.
6'6", bullet high.
Here I come.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
That's just me and you. That's just me and you. Mike 5.
I got you. Get it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go, here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Out. 3 down. Out. Hey.
2nd and 3.
Check that guy.
He finds his man Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at his 4.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Ready,
now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
I got him.
Ready.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On the
The
ready.
Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Seam 6. Leo.
Watch the pass.
5.
From the gun, Minshew to throw.
You ain't going nowhere.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson.
Let's go.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They run it with McKinnon. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Man, I got you. Joker.
Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
On 2nd down and 4. Minshew got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Minshew sets to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. That's going to be caught. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Here we go. Number 82. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It'll be Minshew again. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sam on. Go.
They go counter with Breida. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
23 yards the pickup there. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Hey, Delta.
26, key 26.
Single.
Big dribble.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. 20. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cortland Sutton, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the
The
set.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Throwing again. Herbert. And that's complete to Cooks. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
50, nice 50.
Hey, we heavy on the edge. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers now.
They run again with Breida.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Mike 50, Mike 50. You go night. Don't go night.
Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Come on,
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Breida. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Houston, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.